Merry Christmas at your leisure, fans. This week we are celebrating the holiday season with a good old-fashioned country Christmas at the Young Living Lavender Farm.
Then Reece Stein is taking us out for a holiday adventure of his own as he takes us to the Holiday Nights Light Festival at Jordanelle State Park.
Finally, we're getting out of the cold and heading down south where we get to witness the heroics of the off-road community at the 2019 Trail Hero. It's all rolling your way right now. At Your Leisure is next.
Look at this wonderful little Christmas town, Wolfberry Creek.
Christmas in the Old West.
It's fabulous. Hello, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
I'm Chad Booth, and right here we have Kevin the Abominable Snowman, Hannah Claus, and Shelby the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Mortenses and the Booths, together for Christmas.
I was making faces at you.
I figured you might have been,
didn't even know it.
Oh, we're having a ball out here. We are at the Young Living Essential Oil Christmas Festival that they have every year, and we're out here in Mona, Utah. And if you've never been here, I highly suggest you make a trip out here. It is gorgeous.
There is such a flavor of Christmas, both in the fantasy world and in the true meaning of Christmas here. It just seemed like the perfect place for us to come to celebrate.
You just feel it when you walk in.
Yeah.
It's so
All
true.
instant Christmas spirit, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys having fun? Yeah. Okay.
And kind of an interesting story behind this, because it started just as, let's do a live nativity with some farm animals.
It's so sweet.
Well, it must be famous because the big guy's over there. We've already seen him.
Yeah, Santa Claus is here, and they do this every year for the entire community. And this place is more than just essential oils.
Yeah, let's find out a little bit about the history of Young Essential Oil Farm.
Let's go have some fun.
So we are a Young Living Lavender Farm, so one of our main crops is lavender. We also grow clary sage, melissa, goldenrod. Well, let me tell you, it was originally a beef ranch, and Gary purchased it, Gary and Mary Young purchased it, and Gary had a vision for this farm that he wanted a place where he could grow botanicals and that people could come to the farm and visit and see live horses and take a wagon ride or visit a distillery. My office sits upstairs, and every day I walk in and there's just an overwhelming scent, and especially in the summertime when we're distilling our lavender, there's just this overwhelming aroma of lavender. And you get to see the horses going around and being worked around the farm, and the fresh air. There is no better place to work. Started with the live nativity, which was, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell my age, about 8 years ago it started. And then 3 years ago we started with the Country Christmas live nativity. So then we added all the other elements into the event. And after speaking with Gary and Mary, we just decided, let's make it a little bit bigger. We're getting some people with interest down here, and we started adding lights, and let's make it a festival for one day. Then it grew into a scavenger hunt for kids, and story time with Mrs. Claus and Santa, and we've just had such an overwhelming response in the last 3 years. We have doubled attendance each year that we've hosted this.
Well, as you can see, this is a great historical tradition that they have out here. This is just one thing that if you haven't been out here for Christmas festivities, you should come out here next year. It's really great. Are you girls having fun?
Yes.
Yeah? So right now we're going to head off to our Where To with Reece Stein at the Jordanelle Lights.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure, with a special gift for the holidays at Jordanelle State Park, where Santa's elves have been working overtime to deck the halls. 'Tis the season to get out and relish holiday nights at Jordanelle State Park.
In a mile-long drive through the Jordanelle campground, you'll encounter all your Christmas favorites, from the Nativity to Santa Claus and Santa Claus. And did I mention Santa Claus? All accompanied by Christmas music piped through your car radio.
It's really fun to just go slow and enjoy the time with your family. The kids get excited about seeing Santa and the reindeer, and he saw a tractor and a truck.
Yeah, for sure. It's not crowded at all.
You can stay warm.
Cool.
Yeah, you can stay warm, yeah.
Everybody has a favorite.
Santa flying in an airplane.
Not cool?
Did we mention Santa Claus? He's made his list and is checking it twice.
I like the pink elephant.
Where you go through those lights and it's kind of like, as you're going through it, the tunnel, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is spectacular. We just kind of had to go through it like 2 miles an hour.
But the most festive way to enjoy the lights is by two-horse open sleigh.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful up here. We had so much fun. You bundle up and it's fun to see their faces light up as they look at all the lights around.
And yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. In fact, the real thing and the missus are here in the visitor center.
An awesome family activity. The kids' faces light up at all the sparkling lights, and of course to see Santa and tell them what you want for Christmas.
What do they tell you? What do they want for Christmas?
Am I supposed to be keeping track of that?
The grandkids?
Oh, they
Barbie
want
campers.
Barbie campers is a big one. Hoverboards, even though they're not.
Nintendo Switches.
Nintendo Switches.
Wow.
Yep.
This Santa is so authentic you really believe he might just come through. Reece Stein at your leisure with this week's Where To adventure at Jordanelle State Park.
Hi, my name is Spencer Cox. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Utah, and I'm the new spokesperson for Ride On. Ride On is a unique partnership between all the land managing agencies in the state of Utah to maintain trails, to advocate safety, to advocate wise stewardship amongst all of us who use these trails. And I'm doing it because trails matter to me. This is important for my children. I want them to be safe, and I want them to be stewards of the trail. If you would like more information, go to ohv.utah.gov.
For as long as I can remember, this is what we do. Rising early to take on the desert. Every weekend, every month, every year, we ride Can-Am.
She usually sits out a bike trip, but for some quirky reason, she decided to come along this time. It must have been that perfect fall weather.
When we first started up the canyon, Ida spent time looking at the rugged peaks. Then, as we started through the curves, the rhythm of the bike was like the two of us doing the samba.
When we got to the summit and looked at the world below us, she let out a little gasp and whispered, "Beautiful." Then she gave me that look, that one that reminds you how close we really are. This was turning into that trip of a lifetime.
This week's What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Last minute stocking stuffer? Tunex gift certificate. They're good for any service.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Katie Yardley with Eagles Landing and Yardley Steakburger. Today we're going to be cooking one of my favorite dishes using our Yardley Steakburger. Named it after my husband, Cowboy Casserole. So come into my kitchen and let's get cooking. So we have 2 pounds of Yardley steak burger going into the pan. We want to brown it up, crush it down, and do a nice fine ground beef. My husband's family has been raising beef in the Beaver County area since 1856. Beaver has had the #1 drinking water in the world, and the higher elevation means the grass has more protein. So you get a much tastier, much leaner grass-fed beef. So actually this is healthy beef. Another little essential tool, you always need to salt and pepper your beef while you're cooking it. So a little salt and pepper, because you never get a second chance to season your beef. You can actually pick up the Yardley Steak Burger at our Yardley Steak Burger location in Desert Springs, Arizona. Now, if you ever want to buy a full beef, we're actually working on a new concept, Yardley Premium Grazer Beef. So yardleypremiumbeef.com, and you can actually buy an entire cow, half cow, quarter cow. Okay, so after you brown your ground beef, you want to take 1 onion and about 4 carrots, chop them up to about bite size, then add them to your ground steak burger. All right, once you've browned your ground beef, then added your onions and carrots and soften them. We like to add some of the cream of mushroom soup. Just to help break up the soup, you want to add about a 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of 1/2 and 1/2. Okay, when it's almost combined, you want to add some corn. Okay, once you've mixed this, you want to make sure you have a pan. You've got to spray it with some non-stick spray or just rub it down with butter. Oh, it's heavy, but you want to pour it all into the pan. Try to spread it out evenly, kind of balance it out, smooth it out. You put a lot of cheese on top, however much you like. Apparently our family likes a lot. Once you get the cheese on top, then now we get the guilty pleasure. Tater tots. Throw some tater tots on top. You can make them really tight if you want more, or you can space them out a little bit if you want less. Once you get all the tater tots on top, you want to take it, you want to put it into your 400-degree oven for approximately 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so after about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your elevation and where you're camping, we have the COWBOY casserole. Is that not a guilty pleasure? A healthy guilty pleasure, actually. So once you take it out of the oven, you want to let it rest for at least 10 to 20 minutes because it's really hot. Let it settle because everything's bubbling. Let it settle, then cut it up and enjoy. So now that it's done, we're dishing it up and we're gonna eat. We can feed an army with this thing. Oh, Bubba, what do you think of this?
Bubba.
Okay, hold on. Should you and Mama take a bite? Let's see if my son likes it. Okay, let's go take a bite. Take a bite. Take a bite. Oh my goodness. Delicious, delicious. Is that good? Is that good? Is that good? Yeah, he's like, if my son approves, it's good. We'll be right back with more At Your Leisure.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
When we go on vacation, I never ask, are we there yet? Because my daddy makes sure each stop we make is at Eagles Landing. They have such cool things for kids, like a petting zoo. They have the cleanest bathrooms on earth, and Daddy doesn't freak out pulling up to the pumps, because they're really big and he says it's the best gas in the world. And you can get your tire fixed, like we had to. Oh, and their food is so yummy. Eagles Landing is so much fun, I don't care if we ever get there.
Hi, I'm Nolan Stedman.
And I'm Bruce Stedman.
We have been selling motorcycles like this since 1960.
Motorcycle has been part of our family forever.
We love riding and enjoying the outdoors, everything that Utah has to offer.
Riding motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and now side-by-sides. That's what we do, it's who we are.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. We've been proudly serving Utah's families for over 50 years.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out there, but remember, it's only 30 back.
Okay, we've checked out the list twice. We got a candy cane there, remember?
We're looking around.
Okay, and
I think this one might be Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
No, I think this was Dasher and Dancer.
Oh yeah, this is Dasher.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are down here at the Young Living Farm for their country Christmas, and this has got so much stuff.
What a great event. These guys are having a blast.
Yeah, one of the key...
I'm having a good time.
Really? We're even getting prizes.
Yeah, look.
One of the key events is a scavenger hunt. So when you buy a ticket, you get to a cue sheet or a clue sheet, and you have to go around and figure stuff out.
Well, they got 14 events, so 14 activities.
Right.
By having the scavenger hunt, it makes the kids want to get to each one.
What did you get? What did you get here for the reindeer? A whistle. And, oh, and it's a reindeer whistle. Let's hear it. All right, now let's find out about some of the other activities that are going on here.
Jingle bells.
So we have a scavenger hunt. Each child gets a stocking, and in that stocking are 2 tickets. One ticket is for a free hot chocolate, the other is for a free cookie. They can go visit with Santa, they can take a wagon ride. We have obviously the live nativity and a scavenger hunt that kids can visit each little area and get a little surprise from each area. We also have Mrs. Claus's Cafe where they can take a break and they can go in and enjoy some hot soup and fresh grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay, we're at the Mrs. Claus Cafe, and when you're out here at Young Living Farms, the kids are gonna get hungry. There's a ton to do. I think this cost about $6. So bring the whole family out and grab something to eat and come have a great time.
We actually have 3 different times that they can go in, sit down, and listen to Mrs. Claus. It's actually her original story that she has written, and enjoy just a little bit of time in front of a nice fire. The jolly old elf is here. He is in the Pertron barn. That is where he likes to be. In his residence, we have 2 different sets of horses here, Friesians and Pertrons, and he is in his Pertron barn. Today, surrounded by elves where kids can go tell Santa what they want for Christmas. We do have reindeer here. We have Reindeer Ranch here. So in between the Pertrons and the Friesians, we do have some of Santa's reindeer here. You know, Mr. Young, Gary, and Mary, they wanted a place where people could come as a community and join in. And so we host multiple events throughout the year that the community can come, enjoy the farm, enjoy the animals, and they can also come in and learn a little bit about Young Living essential oils. Most people don't know that we are the world leader in essential oils. Young Living has been in business for 26 years now. So we consider ourselves the best of the best.
You know, when we say there's an activity for every age group here, even high school kids have got something to do. Every year they sponsor a Christmas tree decorating contest, and Future Farmers of America at Spanish Fork High School, at JUAB, and at Payson all get to compete on decorating a Christmas tree. And then you, when you attend here, get to vote for them. So, you know, if you got buddies at those schools, you can like stuff the ballot box. Anyway, right now it's time for us to step away from the country Christmas down here at the Young Living Essential Oils Farm and go to our Along the Way. You know, heroes show up all time of the year, even at Christmas.
So today we're out with Trail Hero doing what we call the Hero for a Day Special Needs Access Run. And this is a really cool idea that the Trail Hero people started when the event first started 4 years ago, basically giving people with special needs the opportunity to get out on the trail and go wheeling, because so many people with special needs don't ever have that opportunity or the ability to be able to get out and enjoy nature. And so we try to reach out to the community, and today we have about 20 kids from one of the local schools from their special ed program, and then 5 chaperones are out with them today also. Well, my big thing is that this is a very personal thing for me because I have a disability myself. I have a very, very rare peripheral neuropathy. So basically, the nerves in my body don't work right. So when I was younger, I could get out and I could walk around a whole lot more and stuff like that. And I did a lot with the Boy Scouts. And I really fell in love with the outdoors at that point. And as I got older and I wasn't able to go hiking and stuff, I decided, you know what, if I still want to be able to get out in these areas, my only way to do it is with some type of motorized vehicle. So when I was in college, I bought my first Jeep, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing my whole life.
It's beautiful to introduce them to what's just right in our backyard, a few miles from school. And I love that we are disconnected from the electronics today. The other thing that's happening is I've got some with anxiety and social concerns, and they were a little nervous about meeting new people today, but they're all having a good time. So, and even some of them were afraid of the climbs, and they've made it, and they've done good. So it's little mini accomplishments for them.
This is such a great opportunity to get out and see the country around us. Like, Southern Utah is one of the prettiest places in the world. I was excited that the school got to participate in this.
I mean, I'm looking over here, glancing over here at them just playing, just out there playing. There's no toys, it's just the outdoors, and they're having a good time. So it's possible, you know? I want more of them to see that.
I mean, these people that we're out on the trail with today are some of the best people I've ever met. I mean, some of my best friends I've met on the trail, or under a Jeep on a trail, or, you know, things like that. And this camaraderie that we have, this brotherhood that we have, and me as somebody with a fairly significant disability, I can come out on the trail and I can be normal. I can be accepted. I can be one of the guys, you know? And so to be able to do that and to access the nature that I love so much, it's just a remarkable thing.
That Ski-Doo feeling presents the ultimate freedom. Introducing the 2020 Ski-Doo Deep Snow Sleds. The Ski-Doo sales event is on now. Visit your local dealer for details.
Hey, you don't have to miss 1 second of adventure. Follow At Your Leisure on YouTube to watch full episodes or your favorite stories from the show. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on all of At Your Leisure's adventures.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We've had a great time today, haven't we?
Yeah.
You guys had fun?
The Country Christmas has been just such a blast today.
Yeah,
Really,
they put on a good show.
This is amazing what they do here. And the biggest story of them all is the one behind us, which is going to be the live nativity scene, which we're very excited about.
We're looking forward to it.
This is so cool because not only do they have the critters in the manger and Mary and Jesus and Joseph and the shepherds and the likes, they also got Roman soldiers riding chariots, which is pretty cool.
With those gorgeous Frisian horses. I mean, this is just really a treat.
You know who's missing this? Gina.
She's
missing it this week.
Of course.
Gina, we missed you. Let's go check out this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Brian Chapman. Congratulations, Brian. It looks like you're the lucky winner of a Clearly Tough windshield. Clearly Tough offers the best windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more details.
Don't forget to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. And remember, AYL fans, if you get caught with a limited edition Eagles Landing sticker, there's a bonus $100 gas and gift card from our friends at Eagles Landing. Now let's take a look at the calendar of events.
First up, if you want a taste of Europe at the end of the year, head up to Deer Valley on December 30th for their Torchlight Parade, which is held at the Big Stick Ski Run. There's also a Winter Steam Festival happening on December 28th through the 30th at the Gold Spike National Historical Park, which will feature the Jupiter steam engine and will be great fun for the whole family. Toot toot!
Then, January 11th is the 4th annual Winter Festival at Wasatch Mountain State Park. This festival features great food and all the winter fun, so be sure not to miss it.
Finally, you'll also want to make sure that you register for the Winter 4x4 Jamboree in Hurricane, Utah, which will be held January 16th through the 18th. Now, let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Chad and I are heading down to a close cousin to the iconic Wave in the Vermilion Cliffs of southern Utah. Good news, you don't need to get a lottery ticket to come and see it.
Then, just in time for the winter solstice, we're taking an overnight ride to see the sunrise through the sun tunnels at the 2019 Freeze Your Tail Off Run.
Finally, we're heading down to the Desert Peak Complex in Tooele to check out the Stedman Stadium Cross event, which is sure to be a fun-filled night for the whole family.
Well, next week's show looks great. Look,
it does.
We're in the Christmas spirit now. We're ready to go.
We still are. Are you guys ready for Santa now?
Yeah. You know what? What do we want to tell everybody? From our family to yours,
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
We'll see you next week.